What's up, guys? Dr. Ryan here. This is your 5 minutes of fire. Today is about your ability to experience pain directly relates to your ability to feel love. I know that sounds like kind of a weird concept. I was reading something this morning, and it's a spiritual growth and development book, and it's about raising your kids, and it's about allowing them to experience failure and losing, just so that they have the opportunity to really develop a value for winning and succeeding. And so I know that's kind of maybe a psychological or a spiritual concept, but it's interesting because it confirms something I read recently in a book called Drug Dealer MD, and it's actually written by Dr. Anna Lembke, who's I think she's the director of pain management at Stanford University, something along those lines. But anyway, she cites a study in that book which is all about the opioid crisis, by the way, and why it's so addictive, and also how small pain relievers like Tylenol, ibuprofen, Advil, aspirin, those things end up leading to opioid addiction and abuse. And one of the studies that she cites in there is really interesting, is talking about how when you take a medication that blocks your brain's ability to sense and perceive pain and experience pain, it also simultaneously decreases your brain's ability to experience pleasure, which is kind of the same concept. And it's interesting because, that's why, a lot of people get addicted to these things. It's not because they're just trying to get the pain to go away, but they found that they need to take more and more and more just to experience pleasure. And without the drug, not only do they have more pain, but they have less pleasure. So it's this double-edged sword. And the book that I'm reading this morning called Raising Giant Killers is talking about how, you don't want to rob yourself, especially your kids, but even yourself, you don't want to rob yourself of the experience of pain and losing. And it's kind of like the old adage in sports or exercise that no pain, no gain. It's kind of the same thing. And I think a lot of us shy away from pursuing our goals in life, pursuing things that might be a little uncomfortable. For exercise, for example, a lot of times exercise hurts. In fact, if it doesn't hurt, you're probably not doing it right, because if you're not stressing your muscles and your heart and your lungs, then you're probably not making any progress. But we know that by doing that, by putting yourself in a position where you're experiencing discomfort, pain, there's success, there's victory, there's pleasure on the other side of that. And so I think the thought for the day, or the homework, is to evaluate your life and what things are you not doing simply because they're uncomfortable, they're painful, you've maybe lost before, or you didn't win, and so you're holding back, you're not taking action because you're afraid of that feeling of pain or loss. And you just have to realize that your ability to endure and experience, there's nothing wrong with pain. That's part of the book that I'm reading, Raising Giant Killers, is talking about how in psychology they found that the number one cause of mental illness is the attempt at avoiding pain. So people come up with all these different mechanisms, whether it's really bad habits, or it's drugs, or it's medications, or it's just really unhealthy things, and it's all in an attempt just to avoid pain. But at the same time, what people don't realize is that you're robbing yourself of the ability to experience love and pleasure at the same time. And so again, look at your life, find those areas of that thing that's preventing you from experiencing love just because you're afraid of failing or experiencing a little bit of pain. So hope that helps you today. I want you to experience love, victory, success in your life. Go crush it.